Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's that boy G-Planz. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall, some say he's a man.
So what's going on, man? MobbGod,
Yes,
man.
sir. What's poppin'?
I want to say Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, brother.
I appreciate you for even letting me come to your establishment and sit down and talk to you. I appreciate your engagement. I see you on Changeofplanz a lot.
I'm always on change, but have I not been like that?
Yeah, you been like that, like
From
yeah,
jump. You know what I'm saying?
jump.
Since I first met you, I always, you know what I'm saying, keep up with cause I be on world events, I be on current events, I be on financial literacy, I be on, you know what I'm saying, helping the youth, all type of junk, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I be having to really be aware and cognizant of what's happening.
Yeah,
you know
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You be on it, man. Like, and it's crazy. It's grown so much as far as Instagram and YouTube. I don't even realize sometimes, like, it be like a lot of people be like, man, I look at this to get my information or this, that, and the third. So I appreciate everybody that's on it, even including you. But man, how you doing, man?
I'm excellent, bro. Just helping these artists build like I normally do, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully this time the artists will be happy to reciprocate, because most artists, you know, people be acting like they don't have no help, and then they'll get the help and run off on the help. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to find that fine balance. But right now with the roster of people I got, it's loyalty intertwined in that I don't have to force out of people. So that's when you know you're around the right people. You ain't gotta force I ain't gotta tell you how to keep it real. I ain't gotta school you on what real nigga shit is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we still looking for more people. So and that don't mean bombard me with music in my DM, you know what I'm saying? Just cause I say we looking for artists. No, we looking for niggas that's working already, that's actually, you know what I'm saying? Cause the saying goes, God help the child that got his own, you know what I'm saying? So like even when God see you, you know, working harder towards something, I feel like God meets you halfway, but he only you and God know what you really want for real, or if you pump faking.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
so
talk.
Yeah, you can't lie to yourself, you can't lie to God, and people will attempt to lie to themselves. Can't lie to the man upstairs, bro. You know
You right about that. Oh, I want to acknowledge this as well. Diamonds in the Dirt 2 is out.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen it. I didn't get a chance to make it to the premiere because I had something else going on. But it's still going. It's still in the theaters and stuff like that. The fact that, you know, you got your acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How did that feel seeing that?
Man, honestly, I be surprised because the game's so flaky and people are so, you know, even here, we pretty close knit in BR, like as far as the artists, and we don't give ourselves enough credit for how close we are, because a lot of us really are close. And then it's like certain people kind of got their own thing going. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that keep their own thing going, but at the same time, I know how to coexist. But I only want to coexist with people who recognize the contributions that we both may have. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that feel like they bigger than the game or what it was, but they don't never give the people behind the scenes credit. You know what I'm saying? Like during the Trill days and all that stuff. Like if they was easily able to continue to make the high level music that we was making at one point, they would be doing it. And so a lot of people not unsuccessful on purpose. They just throwing you know what I'm saying, a shot in the air, just hoping it land. And the thing about it is when you're more meticulous and you have strategy and you have knowledge and execution, you know what I'm saying, it's a different ball game. So it's like people can have more money than you, but if you more organized, you know what I'm saying, you're going to always keep building. So like even though I can remember like years back, I used to have to walk from Trill studio to walk to Wookie studio. And vice versa. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody driving past me with the Bentleys and the, you know what I'm saying, the Dodges and the Chargers and the Challengers and the Magnums, and you know what I'm saying? And that was the, you know, and a nigga like me, I'm on feet the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And trying to get my foot in the game, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me have to jump in the street and do X, Y, Z. And it's just been a journey for me, because I remember taking the money I'm making in the street and having to print posters and, you know what I'm saying, having to actually go to the music stores and build relationships with the and build relationships with the people at the stores, you know what I'm saying? Because these are the people who actually believing in you as well, buying your CDs up front. So it's like you going neighborhood to neighborhood, store to store, and like the game ain't like that no more, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we got to get back to the grassroots, actually getting out in the neighborhoods, rubbing elbows with other black people, because that's the only way the friction gonna start dying down, and you can build a little more camaraderie and unity, you know what I'm saying? But we came from an era where our label was trying to corner the market in the city and not trying to see talent exceed if it wasn't through their hands. You feel what I'm saying? And so now it's to a point where a lot of little cliques then popped up doing music and stuff like that, because they could have took a better lead on it and put more structure out for the city. But it's at the end of the day, when things fell apart, it was like everybody was just figuring out survival mode for real.
You right
So, you
about
know,
that.
and I feel like a lot of us are still in survival mode, you know, and that's why you can't be congratulatory or happy for people, because y'all in the same fight instead of y'all working together, you know what I'm saying?
We both trying to make it.
We both trying to make it, and it's like that creates tension and hostility for some reason instead of unity, and it really should be the other way around. Like, if you got the hammer and I got the nails, man, come on, let's build this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But I want to say this, man. We had a little small conversation on the phone. He's like, G, I got some stuff to get off my chest.
For sure.
And it's one thing that I wrote down. You was like, I don't want a rapper to feel like they're doing me a favor. That's something you said on Instagram.
About rapping on my beat.
And then you broke it down. Can you break that down and tell us why did you put that out there into the universe?
Because most artists, 99% of artists, bro, they master their ego before they master their craft. You don't put the same amount of work in as me. You don't put the same amount of hustle and intensity into it. So I can't even respect what you're doing without me there. My point is, I'm here to assist, right? And if I got more skin in the game, more knowledge in the game, and I'm spending my money, and you receiving the benefits, where's the win for me? So a lot of times niggas don't realize I'm doing shit from the kindness of my heart. You see what I'm saying? When I ain't got that to do, and then they can go sit up under niggas that they be with every day that won't invest a nickel into their ass, and they'll get more love and loyalty out of niggas, you know what I'm saying, that's actually not doing anything for them, as opposed to, you know, and then they'll come over here and act like they doing me a favor by rapping on these beats. Nigga, this gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole track record is taking nothing and turning it into something. So every song that I've had, and this is another thing I be, you know, trying to tell people, I never had no budgets behind none of my beats, none of my songs. Nothing has ever been pushed. So everything that made noise and made, you know what I'm saying, impacts, man, that's the music doing its job. Organically, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas can't do that, and they can't build shit from scratch without having to go get 4-5 loops and go get somebody else drums, and you see what I'm saying? I'm building shit. I build artists, bro. And and I don't want to be compared to other people who call themselves producers and shit like that, because I'm an artist developer. All the way from fucking Lil Melvin, you know what I'm saying? All the way up to Nata, Lil Ivy, you know what I'm saying? Like, all artists in between, you know, Mr. Level, all them boys, like, I help develop artists. And that's what I do. And just a couple months ago, Loke and Max was here, you know, at separate times, you know, and they ended up doing some stuff together too. But they was here at separate times, and I even noticed that when we in the studio together, they take the back seat and listen to what I have to say about. And these was my big homies, you see what I'm saying, coming up. So if all them dudes trust a nigga in the studio, bro, why would I let a new artist come in and feel like you doing me a favor by rap? Even an older artist or an established artist is not doing me a favor, because at the end of the day, I could sell instrumentals. I could license instrumentals to commercials, and I could score movies. You see what I'm saying? I could do documentaries. Shout out to Brandon Bass, by the way, because I just scored his whole documentary. I did the soundtrack.
Okay.
And so, yeah, he got that coming out at Max and Leverage Films. I think they actually producing that as well. But it's like, man, being a producer and just a musician and loving it so much, I could never go broke doing this, and I could never go backwards doing this. So I don't have nothing but a wealth of knowledge. And so, You know, I bring that back to the point where I was, like I say, I was walking back and forth from the studio. Man, niggas ain't give a fuck that I was walking. And it ain't really nobody else's responsibility. But at the same time, you said X, Y, and Z gonna happen when I sign this contract over here, man, keep your word. But when you find out like 20 years later, y'all still doing the same type of business, people always ask me, was it a mistake? But nah, it's a choice if you still doing it. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's like I done seen, you know, people that was formerly with the label out recently. And, you know, you get mixed emotions. Some people gonna come up and speak. Some people gonna, you know what I'm saying, stare off and look crazy and not say nothing. But at the end of the day, it don't fucking matter because the truth never changes.
Never changes. Now tell me this, man. What does 20 years of work in this game look like?
20 years of work, bruh, and determination. For me, I wake up and do what I love to do every day. And it's never a job. The job is dealing with the different personalities, but the music is the love. So for me to be able to do this 20 years and I look at my counterparts who've been doing it just as long as me, and not to compare apples and oranges, but it's like nobody listened to what I was saying or believed what I was saying more than I did. So I had to kind of, you know what I'm saying, tighten up my belt, go hungry a little bit, you feel me, and come up. And now I'm doing all the shit that they wanted to be doing or thought that they would be doing, and I don't owe a nigga for it. I owe it to God. You see what I'm saying? So it's just my determination, my hustle, my discipline. That's what I try to instill in my people. Like even on days you don't feel like doing something, you gotta get something done. Mm-hmm. That's the difference between being a boss and a worker, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could go to Burger King for 2 weeks. They're gonna give you a check, whether you fucking lifted a fry in that bitch or not. You could fake the work. You fake your work 2 weeks and your own job at your own company and see where you fucking end up at. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, even with how the way people carry themselves these days, the whole Instagram, social media shit, like I say, people master their ego before they master their crowd. So you got people just specializing in faking. Getting on the fucking net and faking. And trying to turn that into something like they doing so much to make other people buy into what they doing. And I get it. But that brings me to a point. A DJ that you always be having on that I don't really care for, and I could tell he don't care for me. But he done called and reached out to people and was like, yeah, bro, tell him I'm a good dude, bro. I don't think he know me. We'll just tell him I'm a good dude. But every time I meet somebody that I don't bring him up to, people always bring it to me. Nobody think you a good dude, right? So with that being said, boom, this is why I was mad too, because you help perpetuate the lies. So I got to, you know, and I know you don't know what you jumping into because you just know what you see. So that's boom. Yep. So boom, I go to one of his events a couple months ago, and he don't even know I'm in the building. Now, if I wanted to be a dirty nigga, and I just say how I used to be, the old me would have went to see him. The new me just like, man, I ain't even on that. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all do. But I'm checking out the scene, and what a nigga doing is you taking a video of the corner of the club and acting like that bitch so retarded and packed, and you saying this what you causing, or what I'm bringing to the table. If you spend money promoting with me and running your music through me, this what you gonna get. So what you doing is charging top dollar for a lie. You don't have none of your shit together like you think, and if you putting all these people on, what a fucking track record. See what I'm saying? So I'm looking at nobody really in the club doing nothing, and then you take the 2-3 drunk motherfuckers in the corner, and you gonna take that and post it like, yeah, this what I be doing, this how I be having them at the club, woo, 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 woo. Bro, ain't nobody really in this bitch, dog. Ain't nobody in this bitch. But the internet's so busy faking that niggas forget to really live their real life and make sure that they have things to actually go on to and tangibles that they can actually touch. If you take pictures with another nigga money and you gotta get that money back after that fucking picture over, come on, bro, that's not helping you. If you gotta get that car back when you take that picture on Instagram and you gotta give it back to a nigga, that's not helping you, bro. Why not put the work in it take to be able to buy all your own shit? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know bragging shit, but like, man, niggas, I never tell people what I'm doing till it's done. Just like a few months ago, I just up and decided, man, you know what? I've been looking at this Benz for a long fucking time. I've been wanting a 450. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to downgrade. I don't want to change my choices. This is what the fuck I want, and I went out there and got it. Just like I used to say, when I get my studio, not if. Now we on the second location. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of things you speaking into existence, but how can you speak it into existence if you're not working on making it something real? You see what I'm saying? So niggas spend all this time just like niggas put the cart before the horse. You'll do the YouTube beat. You'll pay the video man. Won't own the song. Nigga flag your shit, get it taken down. Now you done spent $300-400 for nothing. Instead of you doing what's right, man, let me get a real beat. Let me take this shit serious. Let me lock in with a nigga who I see get artist results. So I don't even like niggas comparing themselves to me no more, bro. So that gotta stop today. In Baton Rouge, that gotta stop today. Cause ain't nobody did what I've done how I've done it. And at the end of the day, this ain't about me trying to be the richest, the baddest, or who whooped the most ass and all this shit, bro. This about me knowing that God gave me the ability to be a musician, to change lives, to create frequencies out of thin air. These ideas are just ideas in an infantile stage that I turn into something and cultivate into something and change an artist's life. And a nigga asked me the other day, man, he's like, man, all them niggas you don't work with, why nobody reach back out to you? Man, I ain't did a nigga nothing. See what I'm saying? I ain't got no bad low on nobody. Anybody I ever had an issue with, I settled it. But it be secret animosity from these niggas. And it be the fact that they feel like, oh, well, shit, if they find out that this nigga helping me with all this shit, woo, 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 they gonna wanna fuck with him. They gonna blow past me. You know what I'm saying? So it be the fact that they don't want you to exceed past them, not even realizing you the type of nigga that'll bring everyone. But the niggas who be making it from this bitch, man, they don't be believing in that. See what I'm saying? Now, what if I would've turned my back on y'all when y'all niggas was coming up? I'm talking about from all the niggas on down, you know what I'm saying? The only nigga who above me, like I say, is Loke. And that's still my pot. Like I sit down with Loke, we go eat lunch. You know what I'm saying? Loke still put so much shit in my head as far as just from a grown man standpoint. And as young black men, if you listening to this, always find you a mentor, bro. Even at this age I'm at, I keep a mentor. If I don't be hollering at Loke, I might be having dinner with Boo Milton. See what I'm saying? Like, I'ma always keep a mentor because it's always people that know more than you, that can share light on things, give you wisdom. But as far as all this faking, and that's not gonna get nobody nowhere. For real, for real.
You're right about that. And this line I want to bring up that you said, I guess it's all about who popular. Niggas at the top looking down with their binoculars.
Cause they be stealing. They be flat out stealing, man. Listen. From the outside looking in, it's gonna look like the smaller artists be copying the bigger artists. But the bigger artists actually watch the smaller artists to try to keep up with things that they ain't creating so they can take it somewhere else.
Wow.
Oh, ain't no wow, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I'm talking about, I don't even like entertaining petty shit, but I'll say this. I'm probably one of the most influential niggas to come through this city. I'm one of the most bit niggas to come through this city. Most copied. I mean, I've had niggas remake my beat sound for sound that I fell out with. I've had niggas, even at Trill, like Trill, they used to be the king of making niggas remake a nigga beat. See what I'm saying? They'll put other people's name on a beat you did. Shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what be making me know I'm colder than these niggas, bro. I'm one of the coldest musicians to come out this motherfucker, and this ain't me talking. This is what God gave me. See what I'm saying? My grandmother was a beast, a choir director. You know what I'm saying? My great grandfather played violin. Like Curtis Mayfield, my cousin on my mom's side, cause her mom was a Mayfield. See what I'm saying? So it's like
music in your genes, really.
This all I wanted to do. So I can't sit there and let niggas who don't love it like I love it even sit there and act like we remotely close or remotely near the same talent level. This ain't even talent, bro. This some worldly shit. You know what I'm saying? When I make songs like Dear Lord for Fat, come on, like Fat ain't talking that kind of shit on everybody beats. It's what I pull out of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Dear Lord was off.
Devil Get Up Off Me. That wasn't even how the beat sounded. I made that under dude lyrics. See what I'm saying? So I create power. Music ain't nothing but frequency. Frequency moves the world. Frequency attracts. See what I'm saying? Frequency repels. Frequency heals. Frequency can cause discombobulation and destruction. Okay. So when you make 808 shit all day and spin drill music shit, I be having to get on some of my partners like that. But I'm like, bro, we can't kill them on every fucking song, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta give a full body of work. And I'm a nigga that help people, show people how to pull their own talents without them. If everybody could do what I was fucking doing, then why y'all not doing it? If everybody could have a fucking studio compound and do business for 20 years and go back and find their own contracts and dig through their contracts and get their publishing and square away business, come on, bro, y'all not doing that. So the thing is, what BR got that shit bad is like, when I say the popular shit, nigga will roll with who more popular and consider that right. And niggas gotta stop doing that shit because it's like, oh, you hate rats and tell your partner rat now, oh, it's cool. Or you hate niggas who fuck with little girls and tells your partner, oh, it's cool, you ain't gonna tell him nothing. Or you hate niggas that don't take care of their children, but tells one of your partners or your people, nah, it's cool, you ain't gonna say nothing. See what I'm saying? You got to hold accountability around the people with you and in your circle. And then they ended up tricking us and making us think we ain't supposed to love our neighborhood or where we from. Oh, y'all don't own nothing over there. What you love in the neighborhood for? No. Because if you taking care of where you from first, everything else take care of itself. You ain't got to worry about what's going on in Glen Oaks if you in South Baton Rouge. Take care of Glen Oaks. Take care of South Baton Rouge. You ain't got to worry about what's happening in Zion City. Man, I like what they did out there. Shout out to PC and them too. Cleaning up and all that shit. Taking care of the neighborhood, because if you have pride in your shit, you're not gonna let nobody come through there doing no destructive shit. You ain't gonna let nobody come through there speeding, knocking no kids over, none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they tricked us into thinking we not supposed to have pride in the neighborhood. Then the minute black people do organize, they call us a gang. Then they RICO us.
They just RICO some young guys, I see.
What's the name of the gang? The whole time, if you notice in all the articles, they calling them a gang, but they never gave the gang a name. What's the name of the gang?
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And it's like a first 5 young black guys.
That's what I'm saying, but they do that to enhance the time that they able to give the kids that they do what they call gang enhancement. This is something that's been coming down the pipe for the last 6-7 years. They've been trying to create this shit. And one day, I shit you not, I get picked up from my house in a minivan, dude. Some fucking police just jump out on me in a minivan. That's what I'm still in Atlanta. When I say I had probably everything you could think of on me at the time. And by the grace of God, the niggas called my real name. They, Chris Day. I'm like, fuck. I said, this sound like the police. Man, them niggas took me from my house behind the courthouse in Marietta, Georgia. Some other big white boy get out the truck that was already waiting on me. He come up to me and say, what gang are you with? I said, man, I ain't no gang, I'm from Baton Rouge. Oh no, Baton Rouge has got gangs. Baton Rouge has got gangs. This 6-7 years ago, a nigga telling me this in Atlanta. You feel me? So they doing all that shit to, once they label you that, then all the time that they can give you increases. They can always like add years on with gang enhancement. And that's what they really trying to do. Like, that's going to stop the crime. But they not giving the youth no more events to have, no more opportunities, no more jobs being created, no more concerts, just free concerts, benefits. That's the type of shit we need to do and have them involved in, because an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Also, going back to the DJ shit. And what they don't realize when I tell you I look at the bigger scope of shit, the DJs not breaking music is a direct reflection of the kids trying to make the vlogs because they know this the only way I'ma be heard. So if I make the blog, I ain't gotta worry about them niggas spinning my shit. If a nigga know I smacked the nigga last week over here and I'm rapping about it, they gonna think I'm the nigga. And guess what? The blogs cover it, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
The blogs cover it.
They do.
So-and-so got shot over here. Such and such. They wanna make that shit. But guess what? When we was coming up, bro, I'm not saying, bro, BR always been a rough city. But we had more opportunity and outlets. We was in shenanigans every weekend. We was in dreams every weekend. Dreams on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Vibes on Saturday. Shenanigans on Saturday. You got rags on Wednesday. You see what I'm saying? These were all places the artists had relationship with the owners. Oh, I got to throw a part over here. Oh, I need to throw a release. Oh, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Niggas ain't doing that no more for real.
So you think that the internet and the blogs just took all that away?
No, the internet and the blogs didn't take it away, but the kids are trying to make the internet and the blogs because y'all cover so much of the shit that this is the only way I can get traction. I'm gonna keep a G with the same DJ I'm talking about. The reason I be so pissed off at dude because he be like, oh, it take y'all to come do X, Y, and Z to holler at me. Man, I really went and tried to holler at dude on the right way the first time I ever tried to meet him. And so many people was like, yeah, he be acting such and such when you try to meet him. Bro, you ain't did a motherfucking thing to be Hollywood. So if a nigga like myself I'm talking about, man, I grew up watching Bella and DMX and they had DMX in Wicked Studio and I'm sitting there like, damn, I'm really recording this nigga. I'm really working with this nigga. Nigga dropped 2 back-to-back platinum albums in 98. I'm really working with this nigga. If I don't act Hollywood I work with Pimp in the flesh. Pimp knew who I was before I even said something. So if I'm not acting Hollywood with niggas, man, BG get in the studio, I'm like, yeah, Savage, shit, what you think I ought to do? I'm co-writing songs with BG. So if I'm not acting Hollywood with niggas, what the fuck is you doing to act Hollywood with niggas for? And if you really trying to, and listen, I'm gonna use verbatim clips from your interview with dude. He say, I don't like popular artists or I don't like artists, they feel like such and such old to them. Nigga, such and such is old to a nigga if you making impacts in your fucking community and you getting the spotlight on people where they can actually view the scene and actually want to check other people out because of X, Y, Z artists. So you gonna tell me, fuck them niggas cause they known? Fuck them cause they known? But what you putting the new artists on? So I can see if you saying fuck the known artists cause they known. But what are new artists that you putting on? Or are you taking videos of an empty club and acting like it's packed and putting that shit online and telling niggas to spin with me? That's a scam, my nigga. So don't nobody got time to get scammed, bro, because it's already a shot in the dark to have a successful career. And so think about it, when niggas still owe you royalties or a nigga ain't give you your portion of the song, it don't give a fuck if it's been 10, 15, 20, 30 years, nigga. Y'all really was making money off that shit and we didn't. It's gonna always be beef. It's gonna always be a fucking problem until y'all either pay it or we go ahead and rumble. Which one is gonna be? And then you gotta realize too, niggas be like, oh, take them to court, woo, 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 woo. Bro, you gotta spend money to go to court. If you win the trial, you could put it in the proceedings that they have to pay for the court costs if you win. But a lot of niggas don't even have the money to go get a lawyer and go tied up in fucking court.
And how much we talking even to get started? 10, 15,000?
You need at least 10, bro. You need at least a 10 pieces. They're gonna have to do an audit. They're gonna have to see what the song's really made. They're gonna have to go back and see when it was registered, to who it was registered, what company it really owns. You know what I'm saying?
So 10,000.
So they gotta do their due diligence. At least 55 to 10.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. So it's like, who really got that money to tie up right now? The average person don't.
Not in this economy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's gonna always be problems. And even when people be leaving certain labels, they'll go back to them because they just didn't know how to fend for themselves. Fend for themselves on their own. So this whole time, when I was getting fucked over in the game, or when I was like making my bones, man, nigga, the whole time I'm learning, bro. I'm putting straight knowledge in my head. I'm reading. I remember I even helped Fiend a while back. Because
Fiend, No Limit Fiend?
Yeah, because he was trying to do some shit with his old No Limit contract, and it just so happened that the contract was a template. The Trill contract was a template of the No Limit contract because they had left No Limit at certain pages on the contract. It's just this disgusting paperwork. And they even got a clause at the last paragraph in the contract that say, oh, and if we did fuck over you, I'm paraphrasing, if we did fuck over you, just call us to give us a chance to make it right before you take us to court and sue us. You know what I'm saying? So not only do you know you're doing bad business, but you trying to protect yourself doing bad business. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas living off the catalog of the artists that they've had. And meanwhile, the artists that they've had, you look at the roster of niggas. Niggas looking bad. Niggas have no direction. Still upset about the old days. And it be hurting niggas. And don't nobody look at the emotional aspect of that shit, because hurt people hurt people.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if this was my heyday and my window of opportunity that you took from me. Now I'm still out here broke and don't know what to do. I know I was talented enough at one point that you was putting money into my music and shit. But for me to not make nothing back off it, that's total disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the grand scheme is, if other black people doing this to other black people, like, damn, dude, you can't really talk about the white folks now.
Now, I want to say this, like, I mean, and well, I don't have no dealings with Trill on business side to say anything. This is just your story.
Right.
But what if somebody from a Trill representative might see this? What you think they gonna say to?
It don't fucking matter. It don't, bruh. I'm gonna tell you this. It's been a blessing that God has grown me enough to stay off they head. Not the other way around. You gotta realize we was kids going through dealing with them dudes. We was kids, bro. A lot of us was 22, 23 years old, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with them dudes and not really knowing the game. But do you think I'm gonna feel compassion for somebody that fucking purposely jacked me and I'm gonna feel some kind of way about how I'm saying? Nah, like I say, the truth never changed, bro. The truth never changed. And, you know, man, people gotta deal with shit one way or another, whether God deal with them or whether you eventually get to deal with them. They gotta deal with that shit for everything they've done. You got, even myself, I gotta deal with all the shit that I've done in life. I've paid for it in some kind of way, or I'm still paying for it. But I understand I'm not above being handled for not behaving righteously. That's just some universal law shit. So what I do on purpose is get my ass up. I pray first thing before I touch my phone. I give my whole day to God. I ask God to lead me even in the decisions that I help my young niggas make. I ask him to help me be a vessel and to guide people properly and not to mislead them. Because this is all things that was done to us. You know what I'm saying? So in the eyes of something bigger, it don't matter if I'm offending people with the truth, because the truth gonna be the same. So if you offended by it, fix it, nigga. Fix it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, that be the thing too, is like a lot of pride won't allow niggas to fix their mistakes. And we probably could have had something that lasted a little longer and still would be going, you know what I'm saying? Because they be struggling to really get traction too. Just like the rest of us out here, we all struggling trying to get some traction in the music shit. But I've just learned how to work my magic on, you know, and I know my value, and I just refuse to lower my boundaries or go against my own boundaries for anybody else now at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. You did say that. Now, one thing I want to bring up, since we talking about that, one of the best records to me on Savage Life 2, Fly as an Eagle. Webby, Fox, Pimp C. You produced that. I
produced that solely.
So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, BJ out the gate, BJ came with a rendition of the hook because he had the idea, and we was discussing the idea on the way from a ride from Baton Rouge to Atlanta. And by the time we ended up getting to the studio, man, I did the entire beat because he was fucking with a little bitch. So how you gonna do the beat and fuck with a bitch at the same time? Like, you gave me the hook, I did the beat, we bought that bitch back, Pimp ended up changing some words in the hook, so that kind of made you a little more irrelevant. But for him to sit there, and then we even had a meeting, and in the meeting, I'm sitting down in front of Turk and Mel and BJ, and I'm calling this nigga, I'm like, I ain't calling him a liar, I said, you a fucking liar. And that's what made me really stop dealing with them niggas. That was like the icing on the cake, bro, because Pimp, one of my favorite artists of all fucking time. So when you know what I'm saying, when I just know what I know about dude, and I always correct people. I'm like, nah, that nigga from Crowley.
He really is.
That nigga from Crowley, bro. I mean, he say PA, but the nigga from Crowley, so I be claiming him as one of ours. You feel what I'm saying? But just imagine, bro, you working with your favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
And a nigga trying to rob you of that experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, why, bro? Why, though? And that ain't no real nigga shit. So it's like, long as niggas standing on lies, bro, you can never be a real man.
So when you came up with that beat and finished that beat, you was actually with him when he recorded it.
No, that's the thing. BJ bought the beat to the session. I didn't even go to the session. Yeah, because I was in Atlanta still. So they was living down here still, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't moved all the way back down here yet. I was still back and forth. Because I had moved to Atlanta twice. And so he ran with the beat. I let him take that bitch down there. And he went to the session and presented it like he produced it. So then when we get to doing the paperwork and Courtney called me, first Duke called me, he was like, man, bro, I already know you gonna be mad as a motherfucker, man. Yeah, that nigga say BJ did the beat. And we about to say, man, BJ ain't did that beat. I did that fucking beat, man. I'm like, fuck that shit. That nigga ain't do nothing with it. Man, I already know, man. You know, yeah, I do beat. And so,
shout out to Duke, man.
Yeah, shout out to Duke, bro. But you know, I can't respect it, bro. And it was, and then.
So did y'all ever fix that?
No, they ended up giving him half the credit for the shit. And that's what made me say, fuck him.
So you got
I don't think I turned in a beat again after that.
So you got half and he got half.
Yeah.
But the whole time you produced the whole song?
The whole record.
That's crazy. I did not know that. And man, when that song come on,
that bitch be jamming.
Like when you heard it on, I mean.
But this my thing too, bro. All those sounds are my sounds. I even created myself. The board we was using was my board. It was an MPC 2000 at the time, the old school when you had to put the fucking SCSI card in. But that was one of the best beat machines to ever come through the game, the 2000 XL.
Do you still have it?
I don't got that bit, man. I lost so much equipment. But yeah, that shit be hurt. Like, people don't be knowing that shit be hurting more than anything. And my response to me being hurt is I'm gonna hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like with that shit, when that shit went left, I think I stopped talking to everybody except Fat. That's the thing, like I never not had a good relationship with Fat. I remember Mouse even left Trill one time and like Fat was on some biggity shit with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you then, you know, call your lawyer, bitch. You know, type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
man, that's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit niggas don't know, man. But I do like the fact that we all kind of respect that era and nobody really be like just jumping off the top rope on each other. But at the same time, I'm still not comfortable with the facts. And it's just like if I got jumped 10 years ago, and I see the niggas that jumped me, I don't give a fuck if it's been 10 years, I'm still gonna want my get back. So it's just the same way with my publishing, same way with my records, my you know, cause this go to my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when niggas don't care already how you don't eat or how you gonna eat, that's one thing. It's not your job to care how I eat, cause I'm a man, right? But don't take nothing out of my mouth neither.
Real talk.
Don't take no food off my plate.
Now for the people who don't know, because we about to talk about Pimp after I ask you this, but can you give the people who don't know a rundown of records that you've produced or I've had involvement with this record and you probably didn't know?
Rundown, of course, Devils, Nussy, They Hate My. Fox had a song I really liked, something about that pussy. They had like a Della Reese sample on it in the beginning from Harlem Nights. I did that shit. Fat Dear Lord, Fat Get Off. Song with me, Kevin Gates, and Fat. Like I'm one of the only couple people. I think they only did maybe 2 songs together. So out my top was me, Fat, and Kevin Gates. Yeah, that
Of
was
course,
big.
Fly as an Eagle.
Fly as an Eagle. Fucking My Victim by Boosie. My Wrist. Act a Donkey. I did that too. Yeah. Mr. Big Shot. It was like an Isley Brothers sample for Boosie. I did that, mother. It's so much shit though. I probably did over 50 records for dude just on some mixtape shit. Because it was a time he stopped recording for Trill. And they had to go get that nigga and they had to pay him to even, that's how the Superbad album came out. Because he stopped recording in between that time. We had dropped a bunch of mixtapes in that little era. The Leak came out. I did like half the songs on the Leak. I produced half of them bitches. Yeah, Big J actually put that together. And that's another thing, like the Leak, whoever owned the Leak, they made a fake company, right? They made a dummy company to put the Leak out. And so they was paying BJ the money that the Leak CD was making because they put the Get It How You Live entertainment. That was just some shit they made up because they was trying to combat the fact that Boosie kept dropping mixtapes and wasn't doing it on the label. So they was trying to like grab the mixtape material and turn it into a real album, and they made a fake label to do that shit. So yeah, man.
Oh, so back then, if you signed, you got, you can't
you're
drop
not meeting your contractual obligations by turning in albums. So they was taking his mixtapes and fucking packaging them.
But mixtapes free. That mean, yeah. So.
And he was over to Get It How You Live entertainment. And that's who they dropped that shit under. So
he followed like that Wayne method and DJ Drama, like how they was putting out mixtapes.
Well, they was doing that because he wasn't turning no music into them. So they was like, all right, bitch, we got you. So, you know what I'm saying? And I've even seen him say personally in interviews that he ain't make no money with Trill. Boo?
Yeah.
Boo ain't gonna make no money on Trill? Nigga, help build that bitch? I mean, come on, bro. We can't, I'm not finna keep acting like a nigga a hero and they doing scumbag shit. And the thing is, bro, if I was to see TML today, I'm open for a conversation, but I'm also open to getting my check at the end of that conversation. Because, hey, you could have been tripping, or y'all could have been not knowing what was up, or whatever. But now that you know what's up for sure, nigga, you done heard me say it 50 million times, you know you fucked up. Fix it.
Birdman said the same thing. Well, Wayne.
Birdman, yeah.
He said, man, some stuff I didn't know. I had to apologize to Wayne. And we made it right, you know.
And whether that was the truth or not, the fact that he made it right, that's in the bag now.
Yeah, I mean, him and Wayne were just in the studio. Like,
I know.
2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying though. Like he took that step.
Yeah. He said,
you know what I'm saying, to fix it. So I mean, fuck. If a nigga and then it's like this. If a nigga feel like I ain't worth paying or I ain't worth fixing shit for, then fuck you too. And that's how that go with anybody. If anybody don't want to see me eat or see me win, man, you can't be around me. Don't mention my name. Don't act like you fuck with me. No, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I notice, man, it takes a certain level of tenacity to be fucking resilient and determined. And it's like, if people can knock you off your fucking pivot, oh, man, they got you beat.
They will, bro. They will. Now, this one, I want to get this out the way. I recently interviewed a guy from Mississippi. His name 2K. Cool guy. I've been knowing him for a little while. Now, during this interview, he gave his opinion on Pimp C. Now, mid-interview, when he said it, I almost stopped the camera. But I had to realize what I was doing in a split second and say...
Right, because you got to let him have the opportunity.
You know, I got to let him say this is his opinion. So...
Right. I was hot about that one, too.
I'm pretty sure you will. But see, like... I sat on that clip for a little while. I said, man, when I put this out, people gonna go crazy. It went crazy. Like, it went crazy bananas. But this was his opinion. Now, you just mentioned in this interview that Pimp C was one of your favorite artists.
Yeah, he's
to
my
work
favorite.
with.
He's my absolute favorite, actually.
I mean, his face even out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's more so because of the production even and how Pimp took the game so serious. Like, man, Pimp used to get work done every day regardless of what was going on. He had to hit the studio. And so just me knowing the musical contributions and the production, Pimp, the nigga who got putting niggas got niggas putting organs in they fucking rap beats and putting hand claps in they rap beats. Niggas wasn't doing that. A lot of shit was heavy snare driven before Pimp C era. Pimp came with the fucking clap. You know what I'm saying? That really popularized that shit.
So what do you got to say to a guy to say, hey, Pimp C was a trash
The
rapper?
statement was utterly ridiculous. It was asinine. And somebody that contributed so, not only did he say Pimp C, but he said 3,000 too. And that was an idiotic statement, bro, because these are two people that have, you got one nigga who catapulted lyricism for Southern artists to a whole new level to show niggas that, like, man, we just as lyrical as any niggas in the rap game in the South.
He said it was kind of, it was, all right, when it comes to Andre 3000 rapping, he wasn't the best one. I can debate that.
Yeah.
But he said Pimp C, he just trash. He just trash.
Yeah,
rap.
yeah.
I'm like,
nah.
This was his opinion.
But that was no, okay, and then certain opinions will show that you have no validity to have an opinion. Now you got to ask the same guy, 2K, what were your contributions to the South? And what was your contributions to music? What was your contributions to the culture? For you to have an opinion on somebody who impacted the culture in such a way, both of them dudes. So what did you do that gave you the validity to speak on them people and say that they wasn't who they really are? So is it an opinion or is it a fucked up statement that you made because you thought it was gonna go viral and do something for your personal career? Because now, all you got now is more niggas on your head about the dumb shit you said, as opposed to you building with like minds and being able to kind of interject your opinions in. See what I'm saying? Because a steak is a steak, but on a garbage can top is unpresentable. On a plate, you won't fuck with it. So it's about how you, see what I'm saying? How you give it to people. So that came off as just a total uneducated, crass statement. And it make me feel like, because I fuck with Mississippi, and I fuck with people from Mississippi. So it make me feel like he's the oddball, because mostly people from Mississippi usually be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stand up, people square, solid, boom, down the middle.
And I think as a person to defend him, because you don't know him, I think he a cool guy. But in this area, just to say that, like, man, it just.
I want to know, but I'm gonna research it more now, just because I want to know what has he done, and that's the fucking problem with the internet, bro. Everybody have opinions, and they so comfortable with having opinions because there are no ramifications for the opinions. Because this niggas like, man, I'm not finna run into these niggas no time, so I'm finna say what the fuck I want to say. Whoop. And that's why niggas comfortable saying the things that they say. They want clout, they want attention. And attention usually equates to dollars if you can get the views to equate to the attention that you're trying to draw on some shit. So I feel like a lot of niggas be bottled up in that shit, you know, just trying to say shit for shock value. And sometimes it makes you look like a dickhead.
Man. As far as Pimp C goes, because Bun B said they had some unreleased music, but the hard drive got ruined in a flood. It had a flood that hit Port Arthur. I think it was Hurricane Harvey or something like that. Hit Houston bad. He said he lost the hard drive. Was it the only song y'all had, or did y'all have any other records that people didn't know about?
I'm gonna actually put the record out he did with Vicious. Vicious was one of his artists.
Yes.
And so I did a track for Vicious. And Vicious was like, man, I'm going to put Pimp on that, man. It's called I Bet You That. I don't know if you heard it before. But Vicious and Pimp, yeah, I'm going to drop that bitch. But the reason I hadn't...
You still got it?
Yeah, I got it. And the reason I didn't drop it officially, you know, a few years ago, Vicious passed.
Yeah, he died, yeah.
And so I was actually trying to get with whoever they had recorded the original session with, because he used to record with NJ. Shout out to NJ in Lafayette. He used to record over there, so I thought he might have had the session, but I actually have the song, and it's got a good mix on that motherfucker. I'll probably remaster it, but that bitch jamming.
Man, Vicious was so underrated.
For real.
He told some vivid stories.
Funny as a motherfucker.
Man,
too.
Tell us about Vicious. Like, did y'all, besides that record, did y'all have any other records, or did y'all talk a lot?
Yeah, I used to, man, that's crazy. Like, me, Vicious, and Stone had a song together.
Killer Stone?
Yeah. I ain't never put that bitch out. Yeah, I need to find that bitch too. But yeah, man, like niggas, people don't really know how just the OGs in my era fuck with me. That's why I can't really trip on who wasn't fucking with me, because all the niggas y'all look up to, all the niggas y'all think the coolest, all the niggas y'all think the heroes, them niggas fuck with me for absolutely free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't twisting nobody on to come fuck with me. Like, them niggas just fuck with me, and I feel like it's because, partially because the nigga was raised right. And secondly is because the way I handle my business and the way I carry myself. You know, and that's gonna always speak for you, you know what I'm saying? Your energy always in the room before they even know who you are. So it's important to be poised and you know, and focused.
It is, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I try to give up that same energy too. All these years doing this, building relationships.
For sure.
You know,
and you've been doing a great job, bro. Like you're so consistent, bro.
I appreciate
and it's
it.
like people don't understand that consistency. You already beating out 99% of the competition. Just being consistent. Just showing up, man. Like a nigga could be at a fucking job and he might have a master's degree and he might have all the other credentials. He ain't got no experience, right? And then old Joe Blow been coming to work every day, 15 years. They finally go ahead and give him the fucking promotion. Now he running the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got other people that might be slightly more qualified, but old Joe here been coming to work 15 years straight. We know we can count on him. He dependable. The nigga don't miss work. See what I'm saying? So it's ways your life can get blessed just from being consistent, because you owe it to yourself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because even like with the gym and shit, you know, you go stop and start, stop and start. You ain't gonna never be able to run a mile in under 10 minutes if you stop and start, stop and start.
Gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going, bro.
That's how I feel about that. Cause when I got in the game, I love the music. I was like, man, I'm just gonna.
I love the music.
Yeah.
Man, if you take anything away from this interview to the people out there, bro, that's it. I love the fucking music. I've always put the music first. While niggas doing bad business and running off on beats and doing all that, I never care about nothing but the music. Any nigga I work with, I want to pull the best out you. I want you to sound the best, because I get a kick out of making other motherfuckers successful. I could never be a hater, because my whole career has been about catapulting other people. See what I'm saying? So all I want to do is make great music. When I'm done, I want motherfuckers to say, man, that nigga was one of the coldest to ever fucking do it. That's why I'm in this bitch 16, 17 hours a day sometimes. 3-4 days straight at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't stop, bro. Like, I love the music, bro. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, and then like I'm driving, I'm catching flights, I'm
fucking right.
I'm doing it all just trying to because of the music. You know what I'm saying?
But you wouldn't continue had you not seen growth periodically over time.
For sure. For sure.
Success is addictive. When you see that you set out to do one or two things and you accomplish it, be like, damn, I did that. So now I'm about to whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, bro, give me whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you knocking shit out. You proving to yourself that you are who you said you are, and you was gonna do what you said you was gonna do. And that's why I can't fuck with people who don't believe I am who I am, because I've showed it over time. Boom, boom, boom. You see it keep growing. But it's like it'll hurt a motherfucker to commend you where they know you excelled at, because maybe they haven't excelled. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so easy to sit on the sideline and ridicule others when you're not even trying. You don't have enough to do. You're not busy. That's why you see what everybody doing and ain't doing, because you don't have your own business going on. So once motherfuckers realize that, look, man, I got too much time. If I could watch all this shit and woo woo and do all that, man, I got too much time on my hand. I got to do X, Y, and Z.
You got to find something to do.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's one thing too. Some people don't have their own thing. You know, you got your own thing. Some of them go to a job and that's cool, and that be it. It's not like you doing t-shirts or you drawing, painting, whatever, an extra hobby that you can call yours. And that's what I think people be saying, oh, he doing that or whatever.
Right.
You know,
I feel like even well-paid jobs, man, well-paid jobs even aren't enough for people to uphold in this economy, right? But a well-paid job, they trick you into the illusion of being well-paid, so you depend on the job. but it's paying you to forget your dreams and aspirations that you really wanted to be a part of. But you ain't gonna do that if you're gonna come over here and make a couple dollars more than what you think is good money, you know what I'm saying? And so even people with jobs, I want y'all to realize that your job is to satisfy you. Your job is to make sure you are happy. So even if you got a 40-hour-a-week job, come home, work on that other shit you've been putting off that you know you want to do for yourself.
Yes.
Because that's where it starts, because you'll look up and realize 10 years went by, you done gave this job 10 years and they fire your ass. And you could have been putting 10 years into something where you could have, okay, I got fired. I got this shit going on anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it's like, man, people will make fun of you for trying to work on some shit like building a podcast or trying to have a rap career or being a producer. They'll make fun of that shit, but they won't make fun of a nigga who been in fucking college for 8 years for a 4-year degree. They won't make fun of a motherfucker who been on a job 10 years and you still making $725, but you go to work. So people are taught to be stagnant and they're taught to be complacent. The minute you feel complacent, no growth is gonna come from complacency. So you gotta exceed your own expectations and even step it up a notch past what you thought you could do for yourself. See what I'm saying? Because that complacency will rob you every time of getting to that point that you're trying to reach.
Oh, it will. And
sure.
then once you get focused, a distraction might come, a little chick might want to try to do this or
Real
whatever.
talk.
So it be a lot. It be a lot, man.
That's why I'm on that attract shit. Like, it's gonna align with my purpose. If it don't align with my purpose, or the people don't align with my purpose, I just make light. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get light on you because I seen this show before. I know how it turned out, and all it's gonna do is build resentment to somebody that you know you let get in the way. You know what I'm saying? So everything start with you, man. Everything start with you. And like, even going back to Trill, man, that was a blessing for them to do bad business because it taught me the right way to do business.
Yeah.
You know, and with my artists, man, I know I'll be losing out because I invest more than I'm seeing back right now. But what I be showing them is, nigga, somebody believes in you. I want you to believe in you like I believe in you. I'm gonna give you 50% of everything we make, even though I'm putting money into X, Y, and Z, man, out the gate. You get your 50, I'm gonna get my 50. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I got so much music in my catalog that my catalog pay me every month.
Yeah.
Then every 3 months you get the big check with the publishing. So it's like, man, it's just the law of probability and statistics at this point.
I want to say this as well. I'm glad you said that. Slim Thug did some interview. He was like, bro, I've been rapping for over 20 years. I'm getting paid every month and I own everything. I had to sit back like I wouldn't this and that. I had to play the back end and stuff like that. Now I'm getting chicks off what I love. And I'm like, man, like, I own this.
Yeah. Shout out to Slim Thug.
You know
I worked with him before too. Him and C Murder and Luck did a song together.
Wow.
Down south I had Soulja Slim on the hook. I had Loc, Slim Thug, and fucking C Murder on the song.
So you worked with Soulja Slim.
Now I took the Slim verse. I had the session to a song Fiend, Slim, and BG did together, Fired Up. And my cousin owned that session because that was for his soundtrack for Dirty States. My cousin actually made that documentary, Dirty States of America, where they just cover Southern hip hop.
Wow.
And that was a bit, because that was on MTV and everything, but that's how I ended up getting a hold of that session.
Oh.
And so when I chopped it up, I sent it to C. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you remember C got out of jail for a little while.
Yeah, he did.
C was home for a while. He was just straight working on music. So that was around the time we had worked on that shit. So
I'm pretty sure he got some unreleased music too.
No, he's still working. He working in there.
Wow, that's what's up, man. Free C Murder, they need to get him out of there.
Free C Murder, man. Yeah, he working in that, man. I actually I was giving him some advice on changing his platform, how he releasing his music. They got a deal with somebody right now, but I'm trying to show him, like, you know what I'm saying, like real time, like this what you could do to get your bread. Woo, woo, woo. And then I think him and Young Boy are supposed to be doing a project as well. I know him and BG got a couple new songs together. But yeah, he recording back there. He doing his thing.
Man, that's what.
Man, I know everybody, bro.
Yeah,
I know
everybody.
I know everybody, bro. Like I say, I know everybody, and yet I still don't be acting Hollywood with niggas, bro. So if you really trying to help people, dog, that's the last thing you want to do is go Hollywood on niggas. Because I feel like the secret to longevity is constantly helping other people.
And gratitude.
Gratitude, yeah.
Man, I say that all the time, man. I appreciate it.
I be complaining about it, bro, but I love helping my people, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I love helping my people. I love believing in people. I love taking a little nigga off the street that probably would have went a different direction and turned his life around. You know what I'm saying, man? Go do something else, bro. This would, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's important, man. We gotta, and I had great OGs, so it's like, man, you gotta leave shit better than you found it, bro.
Straight up. Now, before we got here, speaking of Lit Guy, Lil Niggas, man, any updates on Lil Ivy Jr.? How is he doing? Any new music coming from him?
He just dropped the project, but I didn't have no production on it, and everybody that hear the music we do together versus what he do on his own, everybody be wanting us to drop that shit. I'm letting him decide when he gonna drop it. But I even told him, like, man, this the shit you need to be. Man, I was sitting with Brandon Bass in Orlando the other day. He asked to hear Ivy music. And he was like, yeah, bro, this it right here. This, this what he need to be putting out. And I'm like, yeah, bro, but he getting that young nigga shit out of his system. Yeah. And that's what I feel like it is. Like, he want to do certain shit for himself, and he want to hear certain shit out himself for himself. And I'm okay with that. Because the music we got, that shit timeless. That shit, I'm talking about. Say when I pull the best out of that dude, like when he be talking about his dad and his emotions, his feelings and shit, that's when Ivy really at his best. And that's what I want the world to see him for. And right now he putting out some other shit that I feel like he wanna hear for himself. He young, bro, so he gonna be all right.
Yeah, he a youngster, and I wanna highlight this. That makes you like you are a real producer to sit there and say, I know this beat is gonna bring the best out of you. Say it like this. We gonna structure the song like this, that, and the third. Like, that's real production.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I be trying to tell people. Like, that's why I don't like just sending beats out, because people will disservice your beat by not even knowing where the hook come in at, or rapping over the fucking wrong part, or it's just so much shit, man. And I feel like, when you do dig into shit and dive in and you're more meticulous and strategic, and that's what Solo Mafia is. I mean, Solo is strategies on living outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Mafia is motivated to acquire finances, intelligence, and alliances. So we looking for like-minded individuals to fuck with, to grow with. You could be Blood, you could be Crip, you could be GD, you could be Vice Lord, you could be Chinese, you could be Jamaican. It don't matter, bro. Good people are good people at the end of the day. If your moral compass meets where our moral compass meets at, everything else gonna fall into place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we welcome all, bro. We welcome all.
Straight up.